over the past 6 months, I've been working on a project in the agricultural sector. In integrated multi-trophic aquaculture is the name. So IMTA as a farming system comes in to introduce what is called diversity in the growing of rice. So for the integrated multi-trophic aquaculture, that is, in layman's terms, it's mixed farming, but in a deeper context is where you have an ecosystem whereby the rice, fish, and indigenous vegetables form a cycle whereby the rice fish system prevent the farmer by having ponds within their paddies. So what we are having being introduced in the IMTA system is that we have fish ponds being sectioned out from the piece of land. So IMTA now, what it does is that it comes in two sense, where you have the climate option, whereby it prevents the use of synthetic fertilizers, synthetic herbicides, which are harmful to the environment. And then now, when you come to the health aspect, is that you have an organic production of rice, an organic production of fish that you are able now to culture, to grow, and then harvest that can be consumed by the community and also sold by the farmer themselves. So what was coming out is that the farmers do not understand what IMTA is. So in the life of an Ahero farmer, you find that they have pieces of land that they have been sectioned for the rice paddies, and the rice paddies are fed by River Nyando. So whenever River Nyando floods, it completely destroyed the land. This is a community that it's facing a challenge of flooding, and the floods do not only destroy the rice paddies, they also destroy their houses. My analysis was looking at now, it was predicting the factors. My analysis, since it was a baseline study whereby the team was identifying what was happening on the ground. So the initial challenge was getting access to the data. The next challenge that I was facing is, after accessing the data, I noticed there were some data inconsistencies. Zedi has been really helpful. He has provided a communication pathway that has allowed me to understand what the whole IMTA use case has been, because ICON data is coming into the IMTA project as a data partner.
ICON Data and Learning Labs started a while back in 2023. The acronym ICON means Issue-Based Collaborative Network. If you look at the larger entities that collect data, number one is always the government. Then the number two, where this is where the civil societies and non-profits come in. And you realize that when it comes to data management, the way they handle this data, the way they harness it, and also the way they govern it, there is still a lot of challenges. So that is the nature of work that we do. So when we looked at this project, we thought that, well, this is the time that we could then use our skills in data science to be able to try and predict what would this project look like. So generally, that is why it was important for us to have this as a use case, even as we pilot it in one specific section of Kenya, with the intention of course, trying to see if we can also scale it to other parts in Africa. Well, Andrew's introduction as a fellow to us as an organization was something that was timely. If you look at the nature of data work, when it comes to data science, it requires people that are highly talented, and of course with talent comes in the aspect of remuneration. As an organization, of course, we can only retain so much of data scientists, so the addition of Andrew into the organization was very important to us, and also specifically for the use case. As an organization at ICON, Andrew has also been very useful in terms of capacity building different team members, and also Andrew came in as one person, but now I can gladly say that within Andrew there is now a team of 3 or 4 people that is working together with, as we try to see what else can we be able to achieve beyond the IMT. And there's also the aspect of sustainability in terms of people that will be willing to see the project become a success, not only for Ahero. I really like what CAN is doing. If I think of myself 10 years back, when we were getting into the employment, there were not so many people to guide you, to show you the ropes, but what CAN is doing is really impactful, because now people like Andrew are able to understand from earlier on, like how they need to navigate the work world, what are the challenges that they might face, and also how can they first get the skills that are required in the world and age that we are working in?